Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you for spending more of your time with me. Today we're going to do some plant updates, and they are primarily going to be the updates. They're going to be the updates of my plants on poles. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, please stick around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here. Don't mind this disastrous mess. I am in the process of repotting everything. Okay, so let's start here. This is my Reverted Florida Beauty, and I put this one on a pole not too long ago. I think it was one of the first. Yeah, it was one of the first ones I put on a pole. And I mean, I don't see any new roots or anything happening, but I can say that this plant is so much happier on the pole than it was previously. There's not much I can say about this. There is a new leaf that is coming out right here. I'm still assuming it's going to be small. This was the last leaf that came out, and it's a little bit more juvenile than the rest, but we'll see what happens. I'm really interested to see how this guy does, but I can definitely say though that it has responded to being on a pole, and in actuality, I mean, all of them really have. So that is my Reverted Florida Beauty. Now over here, this is my Epipremnum Skeleton Key, and this is one of the ones that I want to mature this year. So it is on this little mini pole. It's on a small pole that I got from North Shore Tropicals, and this here is the newest leaf that has come out. And the only thing I can say about it, it still hasn't hardened off yet, but the only thing that I can say about it, besides the fact that it is smaller, and you're going to see that that is kind of a typical theme that has gone through with these guys once I transplanted them and put them on poles, almost all of their newest leaves have ended up smaller than the previous ones. But I do notice that this one is also a little bit thinner, so I'm hoping that it's going to start getting that key shape, which is what I'm trying to do. We are here on the pole, so we still got a little bit to go, but I do have an extension ready if I need it. Over here, this one, I just did this like a week ago, and it's my Dark Lord. So there are 3 different plants in here, and I have now just added it to a pole. I'm going to see if I can mature it that way, because the Dark Lord has actually been a hard one for me to mature. It's just been a hard one for me to get to grow, period. But I am trying a new mix, and I have actually started inoculating my plants, so we're gonna see if that does any good. And I do have to say though that these little tiny leaves, I'm loving them. I actually kind of really love the look of them. Moving on, this is my Philodendron Melanocryism. Now when I bought it though, it was called a Philodendron Andrianum. I think that's what it was. Andrianum. So this one seems to be responding well. This is the first leaf that has come out in my care at all, and especially since I put it on the pole. And there is a little bit of melting going on with this one here, but it seems to be the only one that's showing me any damage. All the rest of the leaves are fine. But this one here is the first one in my care. It did come out small and kind of stunted, but there is another leaf that's going to come out here as well. And there's a little bump in there. So I just have to hope that it attaches, and this is on a large moss pole. I don't even know why. Oh, I put it on a large one because it was already tall when I got it, and it would have just grown off the medium one right away, so I put it on a tall one. But that one is relatively new. It's only been on there a couple weeks, so we're gonna see how that goes. Over here is my Philodendron Pseudovaricosum. many problems with this one. It's still kind of damp. Many problems with this one, but this plant doesn't quit. It just doesn't. This leaf came out torn and ripped. That is a humidity thing. It was not the plant's fault at all. I'm actually surprised it unfurled because it was not unfurling at all. But after I put it on this pole, it decided that that's what it was going to do. And I would really love to see this plant happy. I mean, it's been a total fighter the entire time I've had it. And it is kind of leggy down here, but that's okay. I can deal with that. If I ever get to the point where I can air layer it, then that's what I'll do. But even despite this damage, I mean, it's literally half a leaf, the color and just the sheen of it is super cool as I'm bending it because it hasn't even hardened off yet. Over here we have my Rapidophora foraminifera, and this is another one that I am hoping to level up this year. I'm hoping and praying. I have got such high hopes for this once it fenestrates, being a Rapidophora. This one is just starting to give me a leaf bump, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be happy here. It hasn't been happy, it's barely grown, and I've had it for a really long time now. It just doesn't want to do anything. But I'm hoping that this is going to be the thing that gets it going. Over here, this sad display is my Philodendron El Choco Red. Now, I have lost all of the previous leaves I had, and literally this happened when I transplanted it. And I was watching a Kaylee Ellen video, I can't remember which one it was, where she was saying pretty much that the El Choco Red is a diva when it comes to root disturbance. And did I ever disturb the roots? I actually think I remember that there was a little bit of root rot on this one as well when I put it on the pole, and I had cut the rot off. Systematically since then, it has lost all of the leaves, and this one as well is on its way out. I should probably just cut it off, but I'm paranoid because every time I cut off a leaf, the next one would yellow. So far, this new leaf here hasn't quite unfurled yet. Seems to be healthy. There's no yellowing that I can notice. And the leaf behind it is already wanting to come out. So, I mean, it has the will to survive. At the same time though, if I have to cut it up, I will. But this is my El Choco Red. Over here, one that you have not seen from me yet is my Philodendron varicosum, which is labeled the Philodendron Ecuador. The last time I had a varicosum, it died tragically. This one I actually got in a garden center close by me, and it's done really well. I mean, I had problems with the varicosum and the melanocryism, and I got both of those the same day. But since I've put it on this pole, I'm not sure what this little dark bit is here. I'm thinking it's on the sheath. I hope it's on the sheath. But there is a leaf in here that is trying to come out. And we do have a new leaf right here and another new leaf that's going to be coming out of there. You're seeing these little things just on top. It's just part of a lid. It's just got a hole in it. Makes it just easier for me to water the poles periodically. So that's what I did with this one. So I just actually watered it, but so far, and these are the first leaves in my care that this plant is giving me. So let's hope, because all of the other leaves have some kind of damage on them. But that didn't bother me at all. But I can't wait to see what these new leaves look like when they come out. Now, next to that on a lazy pole is my Philodendron grandipes. I will never be able to pronounce that. I'm gonna have to find somebody that can pronounce that for me. This one has actually been doing really, really well. it's been growing new leaves here out the bottom. So these parts, so this stem is not actually up against the moss because of the way it grew out. It kind of grew right out from the bottom. But this is a new leaf. These are all new leaves. I don't know what happened here. We had some troubles, apparently. But yeah, that one's kind of melting off. But there is a new leaf that is coming in here as well, so I'm super excited about that. Over here is my Philodendron Splendid. So I had two plants, one that I had on a lazy pole and I ended up cutting it, and then one that I got in a mystery box. I put them all in here together. So we've got a nice tight little grouping down here. Up here though, where the new leaves are coming through, they have, as usual, come out on the smaller side since it's been transplanted. But so far it seems happy. I just don't know why those leaves aren't unfurling. And this one is probably going to die because it's pretty yellow. So, you know, who knows. But I just have to give them more time to acclimate themselves to the pole. And hopefully they will do well. But look at that. I just love the way that looks, even though they're teeny tiny little leaves. Like, look at how tiny this leaf is. But it's still super cute. Over here, we have there's light shining on it. We have my Philodendron Sodoroya. And this one has been super happy. Like, the internodal spacing there is so tight and I love it. It's gonna push out a new leaf for me. This is the previous leaf that came out, and I actually thought that it was gonna be damaged, but it wasn't. But this one seems pretty happy too. This leaf ripped, I think it was ripped, it must have been ripped when I got it, because I've only gotten 2 leaves on this plant since I've had it. And that is this one here and this one here that is almost a perfect heart. It's so cute. And my last but most favorite that I have on a pole right now, this is my Philodendron Majestic. And let me turn off this light, maybe it'll be better. There we go. So there's the sodoroya. And this is my Philodendron Majestic. I am so utterly in love with this plant. I can't even tell you. It has a yellowing leaf there, but that is the oldest leaf. And yeah, it's just... But now that I'm looking at it without the light, I am seeing some yellowing on this leaf, and this is close to the top, so I'm gonna have to check it. But it was recently transplanted, and probably having a few little acclimation issues, but we shall adjust. We'll adjust to this one here too. So it's this one vine here that I'm having the problems with, that I'm having the yellowing on. And I do not want to unpot it because it's still acclimating to being in here in the first place. So yeah. We'll see. But besides that though, this plant is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. And we've got a leaf unfurling right here. Another one that's going to come out right there. I'm pretty sure there's 3 in here. Is there only 2? Oh, there's a third one, but it's kind of buried in there. It hasn't put off a leaf yet. But yeah, so those are the updates for my plants on poles. Okay, so that is it for me. Thank you all for being here. I hope you are all safe and well. Please like and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!